What's good, y'all? I'm Deja, and I feel like every time I come on this channel, I'll be like, oh my god, I haven't been on this channel in dumb long, like, because I don't be on this channel like that. And I get mad nervous when I first start talking on this channel. Let me just calm, cool, collect my thoughts. I usually come on this channel with lately, after the last time I came on this channel, I was like giving like fake little lectures about like things, conclusions I've been coming to on my journey of just figuring myself out. I don't even know what really my journey entitles yet. I'm still figuring it out, but I feel like that's never gonna change. I'm gonna be doing that for the rest of my life. I'm just gonna be figuring shit out. But as of late, I've been going through a huge shift when it just comes to what I want to do in life. Of how I see myself living for the rest of my life, and it's been a lot of huge shifts, so I've just been kind of going with the motions. It's been hard to come on here and make videos, especially the way I was making them before. I was kind of making them like lectures, like I was really giving Professor Dage, and I can't really give Professor Dage because Dage is still a student right now. I'm gonna sit my ass in my student chair from now on because I don't feel comfortable coming on here trying to like fake be a teacher. It's not like I was fake being a teacher. Like I was really I was talking my shit. Like I was really, I was cooking. But my thing is, I'm cooking and I don't got all the ingredients to the recipe. So it's kind of just like, it was getting bland at the end of the day. Basically what I'm trying to say is, I was coming to conclusions, but then after the fact, like other lessons being learned and it kind of messed up what I thought I knew. But basically, I'm not going to come on here and try to be a professor, be a lecturer. I'm just going to come over here and be me. I'm still figuring myself out. But yeah, I'm just going to come and just be me because I miss my channel. I like watching myself. Okay? I'm a little obsessed with myself. I usually come on here glamorized. I don't got no makeup on today. But it's whatever. I just wanted to get back into it. I'm not going to really edit this that heavy no more. Mainly because I don't want to. I'm going to edit stuff that I want to post on other platforms like Instagram and all the other stuff, like cute little reels and shit like that. But YouTube, I want to just talk off the dome. Like I really just want to sit and chill, chop it up, feel me? So that's what I'm doing here. But today I wanted to do a story time. Yeah. So I'm gonna do like a story time because I like doing story times on here. But it'd be like a lot of stuff going on in my life, but it'd be seeming like it's not a lot. Like I'm pretty bored. But at the end of the day, should be going down. So I'm about to put y'all on. So basically, boom, right? I have been, as I said at the beginning of the video, I was really trying to figure out, I'm really trying to get my bearings in life right now. I'm 26 years old. I'm about to be 27 in about a month. 2 months. I'm about to be 27. April 19th is my birthday. Aries gang, period. You already know. The best of the best. Trendsetter. I'm gonna stop trying to be like goofy and not funny for the rest of the video. But basically, where was I at? Yes, for context, I've been trying to figure my life out. I live in a city. I live in New York City. Very fast paced, very hustle and bustle, all of that. I don't like that no more. I want to be a very soft, not even just soft. I want to try to live a softer life. What am I trying to get out? A slower life, a slower paced life. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to live a slower paced life. I don't really want to have to like be in a rat race and all that stuff like that. I just want to buy me a nice plot of land, garden my own food. I'm plant-based, by the way. I just want to do farm to table, have little children, have a little pick-me. You feel me? Give me a nice man. And call my life a day. Like, do my little cute little hobbies. Like, I like sewing stuff. I want to upholster some pillows or some shit. Like, I want to do some regular shit. I don't want to have to do all this extraness no more. Like, I thought I wanted to be a big YouTuber, and it's like a social media. Like, I was gonna be popping. I was gonna have my luxury condominium in the city. Out in Dumbo. I was gonna have it on my luxury car, my little Benzie, you feel me? Like, I thought I was really gonna be doing, I don't even really care about that shit no more, bro. I really just am trying to like stack my bread up, you feel me? Trying to get me a little land, call it a day, you feel me? Garden and shit, like take my time in my life, like slow down, meditate, all type of shit, you feel me? That's really what I'm trying to do right now. Basically, I feel like All right, I'm already 5 minutes in. Let me just get to the story time. Basically, all of a sudden, some wild ass shit happened at the crib that I was at. Well, I'm still there, but some shit happened and it kind of spooked me a little bit. Feel me? I'm not gonna say exactly right now. I mean, I'll probably get into another video, but basically something happened that spooked me. I felt like the universe was pushing me to get the fuck out of there. Like, that's how I felt. I was like, all right, I gotta go. Like, skedaddle. So I skedaddled, and I said, yo, I need to figure out, you know, I was staying at my sister's house for a couple weeks, but I was helping her. She had surgery, and I just was helping. I was like, all right, you know, I get to help my sister. I get to be there, you know, because I work on and off. Like, I make my own schedule. So, you know, whenever I work, I go to work, and I could just spend time with my sister for the most part. But at that time, I wasn't working as much, so I got to spend a lot of time with her. And I just was at her house, and I was just chilling over there, you know, cooking for her, helping out around the house, because she couldn't, like, really get up and do a lot of the household stuff. You know, I picked up my niece, because she has a baby, from school and stuff. I was just doing regular stuff with her, and, you know, I had to get out of my environment to where I was at, or whatever. And I was like, all right, I got to figure out, like, what I'm about to do with my life, where I'm about to go. If I don't want to live in my apartment, where I'm going to go. So, basically, I was like, all right, I got to figure out a program to, you know, see, like, if I even want to, like, you know, do the homesteading life or, like, living off grid. I need to figure out if that's what I wanted to do, so I need to get experience in doing it. So I was just like, I've heard of somebody, or I've heard of my friend talking about, like, workaways or whatever, like, programs where you get to work, stay with a family or a community, a group or whatever, a hostel, help them out, you know, whatever yard work they gotta do, gardening, feeding people, taking care of the elderly, house sitting, watching. It's like mad stuff you could do. In exchange for that, they'll give you a place to stay, and then, you know, they'll give you a meal or two, and then you get to just work and, like, do like that. It's like a work exchange. So I was like, oh, that, you know, I've never really done that before. So I was like, all right, let me do that and see how that works, or whatever. But yeah, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try it out. So I filled out the application, went on the website, and I found an ad, or like somebody posted like a post to help them on a homestead. And I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go do that. Like, that sounds cool. The post seemed like it was a good fit for me because the lady that posted it, she was a vegan for over 30 years. She was gonna be like mentoring me, and I was just like mad hype or whatever. And so it turned out to be literally one of the best experiences, most eye-opening experiences, most hands-on experience that I feel like I could have even gotten from that website itself. Like, I'm not even gonna get in too deep on, like, how much I've learned from that experience, but just know it was just, like, very much exactly what I needed at that time. And I'm so grateful for her to this day, like, just how much she's taught me and how much I was able to see myself through that experience. Like, I don't know, I don't want to get too deep in it, but just know that that experience is lit. So amongst the many stories that I could tell from me just being there with her, oh, one thing I have to say just off top from this video, the way she brought life back into my soul from the food she was cooking me, bro. Like, honestly, when you go on the site that I was on to even, like, get in contact, the people in the workaways on the reviews kept saying, like, yo, her food mad good. And I was like, okay, bro. Like, I was hype. I was like, okay. But when I got there, she actually started throwing down, and she was actually giving me my plates, bro. Like, I was just coming to tears on how, like, you know, when, I don't know, like, food, I was never a foodie like that. You feel me? Like, I really just eat to live. Like, I really just be eating what I need to eat, like, for nutrients wise, da-da-da. But when I say the way she cooks, it, like, I could tell she puts all the love in the universe into them pots. And I could tell. You feel me? Everybody could tell. That's why everybody was saying it in the comments. So, basically, yeah, I got fed lovely. Like, everything was chef's kiss. Like, literally everything. She was like, you know, Deja, what's your favorite meal that I've cooked so far? I was like, every one of them. Like, it's not a number one for me. Like, everyone hit it right on the nail. Like, it did it for me. Everyone. Like, you did what you had to do with every meal. I was like, wow. But I just learned, and you know, you just learn lessons from different experiences, and not everything is gonna go exactly the way you planned it. But then it's like, that's the beauty in experiencing stuff like this and throwing yourself into uncomfortable situations where I've never farmed or gardened a day in my life. I didn't know how to fill garden bed. I didn't know how to weed plants. I didn't know how to repot. I didn't know none of that stuff. Like yard work, I didn't grow up in a yard, so like I didn't know how to do none of that stuff until I got exposed to it. She actually took me to a community day. We got to like meet other people that farm food, and I got to listen to a lecture about how to maintain your seedlings if you're trying to grow at home. Like, it was just like I just got bombarded with a whole bunch of information and experiences that I feel like I'm so grateful for right now, and that I want to continue to dive into. But yeah, so that, I left about a week ago. But I just wanted to say this one story. I want to say this one story, and it's about this teacup that I got out. So by the way, I was in Georgia, by the way. So the program I went to was in Georgia. And yeah, I want to talk about this tea mug. Not random, but it's going to be a good story, right? Okay, boom. So it was a day where me and, I'm calling my mentor because she definitely has been a mentor to me. And yeah, she's taught me so much. I have the utmost respect and love for her. But she's taught me so many lessons. But this experience in particular, what I feel like was so cool, and I feel like it just was dope to me. So let's see if, you know, if I could relay it and give it justice from the way it happened in real life. Okay, so basically it was a day where we didn't do any work, and it was like an off day. So my mentor had took me around Atlanta to like some of the spots she like you know, grew up around, because she went to the colleges over there. In that area, it's just a whole bunch of like holistic, like kind of healing, tranquil spots that you could go to, like health wise and stuff like that. So she took me around. We went to a couple stores. We had so much fun. She took me to this place that has like these big ass kale wraps, and they were just so good. She got me addicted. Before we got there, she was like, I'm gonna take you here, you're gonna get addicted. I'm like, girl, okay. Like, she just was amping, and I'm just like, okay, you want to amp it like to the point where, okay, if I don't like it, I'm gonna be like tight because you amped it. But when I tell you, I took one bite of that wrap, I said, wow. This is like, I'm not even a wrap girl like that. And it was just kale in it. And I was like, she said a kale wrap. But when I say like, it just, the flavors in there, I don't know what the lady in the shop, it's called Tassili's. But those wraps, oh my God, fire. So before I left, I damn sure got two and paid $40 for 2 wraps. I definitely did. Ate all of them. Ate every last bit of that shit. Mad good. So whenever I go back to Atlanta, I'm definitely going back to Tassili's because that wraps was magnificent. But anyway, so we went to the Goodwill out there, right? So we walked into Goodwill. We looking around. She just wanted to show me the spot. We both wasn't really looking for nothing like that. But we walking around. I'm just like, okay, cool. I love Goodwill back in the crib too, because I like thrifting at home. But we both like thrifting. So she found a jumpsuit that she liked, and I was like, okay, cool. That look cute. But she wasn't gonna get it because, like I said, we wasn't really going in there to buy nothing. So we walking around. We both like tea and stuff like that, but she really loved tea. So we was looking at the tea sets in Goodwill, and sometimes the like China sets and like the tea sets, and they be looking mad cute. So they had a couple cute ones, and I forgot to add a part that was mad major, and I just forgot to add it. A couple days, which is so weird, a couple days before we went to this store, we was going to the outing, I had a random dream about a sage teacup. I had a random ass dream about a sage teacup, and I'm just like, what? Like, I'll have these random dreams, and it'll be like, I really call them my That's So Raven moments, because you know how That's So Raven, she had little glimpses of like shit that was gonna go down in the future, but it was just like, it didn't plan out the way she thought it was. So then when she tried to solve it at the end, it was just like, what the fuck? I've had moments like that. It's just like mad random clips. It'd be like, doop. I'd be like, oh wow, a snowflake. I'd be like, oh wow, this there, like, da-da-da. Okay, cool. What that mean? So it was like that. It was like a teacup, and I was like, what that mean? But it was literally a sage teacup. What color is this teacup? So boom, we get to Goodwill, and I'm like, I see this set, but it was a set of 4 of those. It was 4, like in a set next to each other. I was like, I told my mentor, I was like, why did I literally have a dream about a sage teacup a couple days ago? And she was like, no, for real? And I was like, yeah. And mind you, we real spiritual together, so she was just like, you're like mad intrigued that I said that, because she was just like, oh wow, like that's cool. So I'm like, yeah, that's mad cool. And so I'm like, she was like, oh, this is a cute tea set, because I thought she was gonna buy it. And I was like, because I don't really need a tea set right now, because I wasn't really drinking that much tea at the time. So I was like, and plus I didn't want to take it home. Yeah, I was like, but I was like, that's so weird that I had a dream about a sage teacup though. So she's like, yeah, like I was like, so you gonna buy it? She's like, I'm not really gonna buy it right now. I wasn't really trying to buy nothing. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna buy it either. So we walked away. But for some reason, like I think we kept walking around the store, right? And we kept walking around the store. As we walking around the store, I'm like, dang, like, should I get that teacup set? And she was like, honestly, that was a cute teacup set and you had a dream about it, so let's go back and go get it. And I was like, okay, let's go back and go get it. So we walked back there, and guess what happened? I'm so bad at like trying to entice the viewer to like, well, so guess what happened? But basically what happened was the tea set was gone, girl. That tea set was gone. It was not on the shelf. We like, oh, no, we know somebody didn't just take that teacup. I'm like, are you serious? We both tight. We like, oh my God. We tight to the point where, because I kept saying like, why would I have a dream about that? If it's going there, like that's crazy. Like now I can't even get it if you don't have the option to. She's like, I'm tight that you had a dream about it and we can't get it now. So I'm like, me too. So we both sitting there like trying to figure out how, like what's the next steps. So we both a little conniving. We like, we gonna walk around the store or we gonna see who got them tea sets in that cart, because you had that dream about it. So that tea, we gonna get that damn tea set. I was like, period. So we walking around the cart. We trying to see who got the tea set in their cart. We just like walking around like mad sneaky with it. And then my mentor had asked somebody like, and that had another tea set in her cart. We were like, okay, it gotta be that lady that got that other. It was a pretty China set the girl had too, the lady had. So we like, maybe it's underneath the cart. So she looking underneath the cart. She asking questions like, oh my God, that tea set is so pretty. Trying to like look in the cart, like give us time to look. But she didn't have it. So we looking through the whole store for a couple minutes now. We like, yo, we do not see the tea set. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like, it was bogging my brain, the fact that I had a dream about that tea set and I couldn't get it. So we both was just like, oh my gosh, like, and then so she finally, this part was just hilarious. It was just kind of like, I don't know. I think at one point she was just like, she looked me dead in my eyes. I kid you not. I remember this moment. She was like, Deja, do you want that tea set? I was like, yeah, I do. I think I do. She's like, then we gonna get that tea set. And I was like, oh, okay. Period. Like, I'm on your time and sis, so what we finna do? Cause like, we trying to see if the person left. I'm like, yo, we like, nah, the person didn't leave it. They still in the store. So we still looking around. And then we about to give up. We just like, oh damn, like, she was like, I'm so sorry you couldn't get the tea set, girl. You had a dream about it too. I'm like, yeah, I know. So we about to walk out, right? But randomly, the lady that we had asked about the tea set, because we were trying to look at her cart, that same lady had came and got us. Like randomly. She was like, guys, hey ladies, you said you guys were looking. Oh no, cause my bad. We had asked the lady if she seen a sage like green, like teal teacup set, and she said she didn't see it, like she wasn't looking, like she didn't have it. But then when she came to find us, she was like, ladies, like you said you had like the green tea set, right? And she was like, yeah. No, I'm messing up this whole story. Oh my God. I might have to do this over. I'm messing up this whole story. I'm not redoing this story, but basically I'm gonna add this part. We have found like the saucers. Whoever had the teacup, they didn't have the saucers. So we went to go pick up the saucers to the teacup because they left them. Whoever took the teacups didn't have the saucers to it. So we picked up the saucers to it. And so we walking around. That's what it was. We're walking around with the saucers to try to see if somebody had the teacup, and that, yeah. So we have this, what we trying to see, like, okay, what we could do with the saucers if they have the teacup, if some kind of arrangement we can make. Boom. now I'm gonna go back to the direct story. So the lady with the other tea set that we had asked if she see the teal tea set, she said no, but she came and got us and was like, Miss, look, like you guys were looking for the tea set, right? It's a man online that has like the cups. And so we like, oh wow. So we go and we run into the man. He was like, oh guys, like thanks, I was looking for the saucers. And then so my mentor is like, oh yeah, like yeah, we have the saucers, but yeah. And so the guy, he was waiting, like he was waiting. He was very nice and kind. He was just like, oh yeah, thanks guy. He was like, and then so my mentor was like, okay, by any chance do you think that we can get one of the teacups and saucer set, just one, if by any chance? I know, you know, people usually have, you know, either 2 or 4 tea sets or whatever, but yeah, you think by the chance you can do that for us? And then he was just like, he hesitated for a second, but then he was just like, he seen like how, you know, how much we wanted the tea set. So he was like, for sure, yeah, like I could do it. And so we were just like, yay, yay. And you know what's so crazy now that I think about it? In my dream, I only saw 1 teacup. I didn't see 4 of them. I saw 1. Even though the set came in 4, I only seen 1 in my little dream there. So I was like, okay, wow, like, so we was high-fiving, we hugged. I was like, oh my God, we really got it. Like, we feel like we completed a mission. Like, we were just like, oh, we did that. Oh yeah, we won. And then so literally she said that, she's like, yeah, like I always get what I want. Like I knew something with, you know, we were gonna get it. We're gonna get something, you know, because I get what I want. I was like, period, sis. Like her energy, her vibe, it just is like immaculate. Like she's that girl. And it's like, I gotta learn from sis. Like I learned a lot from her. She does get what she wants, period. Like even just me being with her was just like the way people interact with her. She's just abundant. And it's just like, I was very like appreciative of being in a space with somebody that holds that type of energy. It was just like very, very, very much like, it's like a lot of, like I'm very appreciative of being around a woman like that, because I don't come across a lot of women like that just know what they want and like get it. And it's like, it's just graceful. It's like, I'm gonna get this. And it's just like, and it just comes to her. And she doesn't have to try as hard. We love that. I love you, Mama Shakti. I love you, girl. But yeah, so that was what happened. So we got to the counter. The man got the tea set and he actually bought it. They were only $1 for the cup and the sauce, so it's only $2 that he paid for. But he paid for it. He got it for me. So I was thankful for that. I was like, thank you. And he just walked out smiling. He was like, you're welcome. And then yeah, that was it. And then we went back in the car, and then after in the car, I'm just hyped. I'm like, oh my God, that was so cool. Like the fact that like how that went out, like it was so random. Like I wasn't even like gonna buy. It was just so random. Like I didn't really want, even me having a dream, I didn't think I wanted a tea set, but it was just in the dream, and I was just like, oh my God, like wow, like that's mine. It was in my dream, and now I can take it home with me. And so that's one of the things she told me as we was in the car. We just like, you know, celebrating, like, you're like, oh, that was a cool moment. She's like, Deja, you learned 2 things today. And I was like, okay, what it was? So the first thing she said, don't never second guess yourself. And I was like, that's true, because when I walked to get the teacup, I was like, I had a dream about it, right? That was one thing. But then I should have just got it. If I should have like followed my first instinct to just get it, because, you know, it wouldn't be my dream for nothing, you know? But then it was kind of like, wow, like, you know, if it was in my dream and I manifested it in the dream world, it was going to come to fruition out in the physical world. Like, it's going to happen. When something's yours, it's yours. Can't nobody take it away from you. And so that's what I learned. And, you know, she taught me a lot of lessons in that lesson alone. It's just like, if you want something, you could get it. Anything. So I was just like, wow, like, that was so cool. I feel like I butchered the hell out of this story. I could have told it a lot better, and it could have told it a lot quicker, but I was just rambling as fuck. I might have to edit this because it might not make sense the way I told the story. But I hope it made sense. I hope it resonated. I just wanted to share that one story. There's a whole bunch of stories I could have, you know, told from just that one experience I had with her, but I'm just very grateful and appreciative to even have spent 3 weeks, well, 2.5 weeks with her, and just gotten to like be in her space, and appreciative of how opening her space to me as a stranger, but the way we just were able to connect and learn from one another, I think was just very, very enlightening. And just learning new ways to love is just, yeah, I feel like every time I meet a stranger, I don't know, I'm gonna have to edit that part out because I tried to be all deep. Basically, I'm just grateful. I'm really bad at talking. I want to get way better at talking. I ramble a lot, and I say and like a lot. I'm trying to cut that shit out because I want to get to a point where I don't have to edit this that much. I'm not at that point yet, but I will be. That's the end. I'm not even centered in the camera. That is the end of this story time. I hope you guys semi enjoyed it. It was a cute story. It was. Thank you so much for watching, whoever's watching, whoever stood to the end. But yeah, I'm gonna get better at these. I'm gonna have more videos on the way. Yeah. Thank you. Bye.